Recently, I got my first ever MacBook, the MacBook Air M4, the quintessential chip
Quintessential.
for content creators, just before Apple launched M5 a few months later. But it's the same, so I don't really mind. But why did I even get this? I already have a 6-year-old, somewhat powerful PC at home and also a somewhat budget, somewhat powerful Asus laptop. Why not use the perfect Windows combo? The problem is that is not a combo and not a perfect combo at all. The Windows PC is old to a point that one of the 3 drives has already failed. The Windows laptop has a battery that cannot even survive a 2-hour online lecture. And last week basically formatted itself, which I will come back to later. Both of these have a very major issue that I cannot survive with. That is Premiere Pro stability. Premiere Pro on Windows just does not work properly. Constantly crashes, and when it's not crashing, it just doesn't work. Like, the worst thing is the playback. Sometimes it lags, that's okay. Sometimes it just refuses to play, and sometimes it just disappears. Like, which is really annoying to me. Another reason would be not really Windows fault, but in general AI industry's fault, which is also partly Windows fault because it involves Microsoft. The AI industry has been causing RAM prices, storage device prices, GPU prices, and now even CPU prices to skyrocket. Let me actually show you. 16GB DDR5 RAM is selling for 20,000 rupees, which is 213 US dollars, which is crazy. Like, if you are buying any of these parts now, you are either stupid or you just cannot do anything else. Like, I understand some people just need the part no matter what. So only in that case it makes sense to go with the current RAM and storage and any computer part prices. Thankfully, I acted very instantaneously and got this MacBook just when the prices were about to climb. And thankfully, I got this for a very somewhat reasonable price. And trust me, I haven't ever regretted it. This laptop is literally the best tech purchase I've ever made. Like, when I got it, I thought I would hate macOS a lot, but after using it for such a long time, I still hate it, but it's far less than what it was in the first week of setting everything up and getting used to it. Although this is very limited compared to Windows, this is basically what anyone would need. Unless you are a gamer, computer engineer, some kind of developer that does not have their apps on MacBook, there aren't many things that MacBook cannot do. And the new series actually really useful for helping you navigate with stuff. Like, of course, it is very dumb, still very dumb, but it's actually useful when you want to navigate through macOS. And the Premiere Pro performance on this laptop is just unmatched. Before getting it, I thought, how can they pack all such performance in such a thin laptop? And after buying it, I am still shocked. How is this possible? Like, smooth scrolling, easy exports, and it doesn't even overheat no matter for how many hours I edit. And the best part is I can actually edit on battery, unlike my Windows laptop, which requires charger for doing basically anything. Like, I can actually call this all day battery life, as Apple says for basically every product. This is where I agree on. Like, if I'm actually editing all day or editing for a while, I might charge it at night and use it in the morning, and that's it. If I'm not working, then it's just 3 to 4 days of no charging required whatsoever, which is insane compared to my barely 2 hours limited performance battery Windows laptop. Like, so many caveats. And before anyone comes at me for comparing a MacBook to a budget Windows laptop, let me be clear, even on the same budget, this cannot be compared. Even at the higher end, Windows sucks. Even at the higher end, Microsoft makes the entire situation much worse. Windows 11, they put so much bloatware, so many issues, and so much data collection that it basically cannot perform as good as it should. You can get Linux, but I am not going with Linux because Premiere Pro just doesn't work on that, and a lot of apps that I use just don't work on that. And also, I do not like typing a 1500 lines just to turn on my Wi-Fi, so no thanks. Watch this video and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. I can go on and on about how great this laptop is and how much I love it, but that's a topic for another video. For now, Windows sucks. Windows devices, even on a comparable budget, cannot outperform MacBooks. Even on the same budget, this cannot be compared.